Hello everybody. Thank you very much for joining this webinar. The very fact that you have taken time to join this webinar shows that how serious are you about your children. Appreciate your efforts. The next couple of minutes, what we are going to share here and the decision what you're going to take towards the end of it, trust me, is going to be a game changer for you and your children. I am Suren, Life and Youth Success Coach, and I've been doing this for the past 15 years. Out of intense research, I've developed a lot of methodology, how success can be penetrated, how we can empower students. Now, let's get into the session, see what it is. It's called the Student Success Empowerment. When we say Student Success Empowerment, we are empowering students for success. Why students? Because today, if you see, I have been coaching people out in the corporate field everywhere. What happens is they have all developed. Once people are developed, whatever amount of energy and efforts you put into it, it's very difficult to change their pattern. And when it's very difficult to change their pattern, whatever is being done to them, they again get back to the same old style. Now, what we are doing is we are losing the kids when they are in the prime time. When you have the ample time available with us, we lose it. We don't know the value of it. We waste that. And once we have wasted it, after that they come to a self-realization and everybody goes for self-development. Now here, the right time to catch hold of them is when they are in their schooling. That's why we have this particular thing. Let me put to you a question. What you wanted to be 10 years back, or what you wanted to be 20 years back. Just reflect what you wanted to be 30 years back. Normally when I put these questions in the workshop, I get the answer. Many or most of them have not become what they intend to be. They had different dreams, they had different desires, they had different goals, but they are all out of it now. Why this shift? What is the reason for this particular shift? A research has been done. Now, out of this research, it says, say, 7 years, when we are in 7 years, we are able to comfortably read and write on our own. And by the time we are in 25, we all start earning. And we are in full power, enthusiasm, full vitality, everything at that age of 25. At the age of 65, the research says that out of that 100, only 1 is rich. 4 are financially independent. They are comfortable. 5 will be still working, but the major portion of it, 54, will be totally broke. They will be relying, they will be depending on somebody else for their day-to-day activities, for the monetary comforts. Why this particular thing has happened? Now this can be studied with a graph. When we see in a graph, you are taking the graph on 2 axes, as one is on the parameters of mind setup, the other one is for the performance. If you look into it, where you can, at whichever stage you are in, if you are in a school or the college or working, professional, wherever you are in, you can fit all these people into any one of these 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is where your mind setup is low, your performance is also low. You don't have big ambitions, you don't have big desire, big goals. You don't have self-esteem is very low. You just tend to, you want to play a very safe game. Now the output, these people, it's slow, low mindset, low performance. It's a slow progress. What they have, they fall into the quadrant, which is called as the followers. They don't do anything of their own. They just follow what the previous person has done. Whatever come, you don't think anything of your own. This is what has been done, we'll also do the same thing. These are the people. The next category of people, they have mind setup is very high. They have high ambitions aspirations, dreams, everything is very high. Most of the kids in the house, we come across this. They're very, very positive, they have high thing, everything. But when it comes to performance, they are not ready to put in that efforts. That work is low. So performance is low, ambition is high. They become the dreamers. The next category, you have people where the mind setup is very low. They don't have high ambition. They don't have any big goals. They don't want to think out of the box or anything innovative or creativeness, nothing. But the performance is outstanding. Very good in performance. You give them a work, they'll get full marks. In terms of marks, they get a full marks. You give them a work, you can be assured that they are going to give you the best out of it. Now these people are called as the producers. But what do we want? We want somebody with high mind setup and high performance. People with this high mind setup and people with this high performance, they become the achievers. Now, let me put a question to you. Do you want your kids to succeed in life and take care of you when you get older? Many people will immediately give me the answer, no, we don't want the children to take care of us. If they can take care of themselves, it's fine. But we insist on the kids to take care of the parents because that is the route we are coming from, at least in India. Do you dream about raising resilient achievers capable of overcoming insurmountable obstacles in life, relationships, career, or business? Today, this is a major challenge what we see with the children. Every day whenever you see the news, you will know this. People are not equipped to face disappointments, challenges, failures, how they end up their life. Miserable. Do you understand that you need to do something to protect them from robots taking over the jobs? From the upcoming global economic downturns. Now see, the latest report, it says that next year, a lot of jobs is going to be lost by the people, those who are out in the business outsourcing industries, BPOs. The reason is most of them it has gone into the automated telecallings. Not only this, you take any industry, artificial intelligence has taken over. Struggle is increasing. How are we going to equip our kids in this scenario? Do you want them to get a breakthrough in life easier? See, we all have come out the hard way out. Life has not been easy for most of us. Do you want your kids also to come out in the same hard way out? Or you want them to have it with less setbacks than what we all had? Are you excited then about them building an incredible career or a bulletproof business or to be a bulletproof person? You want them to be with all your expectations. What all you can list, you can just put it in the comments or in the chat box what all you want them, how you expect, what all you expect. You can just list it. Now, will you call them as achievers when they meet your expectations? Shall we call them as successful now when they meet your expectations? So, if you are going to call them as successful, a question rises, what is success? Now, whenever we come across this term success, immediately we have the mindset to immediately say that somebody who has got a lot of money, who has got a lot of fame is successful. Is it true? It's not true. If that is true, why the so-called successful people in terms of having a lot of money or in having the fame, whatever you want to call it as, why is that they commit suicide? Why they end their life? What is success? How you will say you can't determine success at all? Success is not a destination. So what is success? See, we say success, it is to balance the 7 components of life. What are the 7 components? Physical, mental, relationships, wealth, career, spiritual, time, all these things. But from a more materialistic point of view, success has been defined as it is a progressive realization of a worthy goal. There is no destination. It is only a progressive realization. If somebody says, I want to become a homemaker, that's the success. Provided the person is progressing in that particular thing itself, she is successful. You can't say a homemaker is not successful. Homemaker is successful provided that is what she wanted. A person working out in a bank, he says, I am successful. Yes, provided that is what you consider as successful, that is what you intend to do. A progressive realization of a worthy goal, it can be anything. If you are into it, you are successful. There is nothing like, say, a sports star, for instance. There is nothing like, okay, I win this trophy, then I am successful. No. I win this Wimbledon, I am a success. No. It keeps on going. Just one time getting a Wimbledon is enough? No. But the very fact that you are in that sports, you are progressing in that itself is a success. But more into our point of view, success is, it is to balance the 7 components of life. If you look into the 7 components of the life, if it is not balanced properly, if there is any imbalance in any of the thing, it is not success. You have a lot of money, you have a lot of fame, your career is very good, but you don't have a good health. You call that a success? You have all these things, but spiritually you are not inclined. What will happen? You feel that something is missing in your life. You don't get that happiness. Everything is there, but you don't have a relationship. You don't have anybody to share these things. You call that as a success? No. So where is success? Success comes purely in the balancing of the 7 components. And when you balance the 7 components, your life becomes a life of blissful happiness. That is success. Now, the big question is, how are we going to achieve this with the current system? So what is the current system? The current system, if we take our kids, we are giving them the schooling. Now what happens in the schooling? We pressurize them with the school subjects. We send them for private tuitions. We focus on marks. This is what we focus on. We want them to get the top marks. No harm on it. Good. Second, we go for specialized educational tutoring like JEE, NEET, and all those other stuffs, which is we start them early. We start them. We want them to come out. We want want them to get into an IIT or get into a medical. All those things are fine, absolutely fine. Next, whenever there is anything sports happening, a cricket is happening, immediately put the son of the children, okay, in a cricket. Tennis is happening, put them in tennis. Soccer is happening, put them in soccer. This is what is happening. Because immediately we say that, okay, let him become a sports star. So give him all the thing what is required to make him into a sports star. Or we put them in arts, dance, music, any form of music, vocal, instrumental, anything. Then we also have the trending skills. On and off, we have something as a trending thing which comes up. Suddenly somebody will say, hey, coding is the latest thing. Come on, put them into the coding. Then somebody will say, oh no, come on, you ought to put them in the abacus or some other thing, or some other mind tricks will be third eye opening. A lot of things are there. Good. Absolutely good. We are putting them in all these things. But the big question is, what are we doing to balance? In any way, are we contributing to make them learn how to balance the 7 components of life? Is the question. How are they going to tackle the failures? How are they going to tackle disappointments? How are they going to have the mind set up to accept challenges and go forward? How are they going to say no for any of the abuses? Now, saying this, let's also see what are all the current threats that's there. Mind challenges. As I said, mind challenges are all the negative information which is being fed to them constantly. Fear, lack of confidence, lack of discipline. You can keep adding to it. Social media. Today, even small kids are getting addicted to social media. It can be any form. WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything. YouTube, oh my God. Pornography. The access to pornography is increased. How long are you going to keep supervising your kids? How long are you going to keep being vigilant about your kids, always looking into what they are saying, what they are doing? No, we can't do it. Drugs, smoke, drinks. Always these things are there. Trending negatives. It can be anything. Every day something comes. PUBG or Free Fire, Minecraft, this, that and all. TikTok, a lot of things, it keeps on coming. Where are they going to get the focus to their goal or the destination? Or how are they going to get themselves molded to balance the 7 components of life? How are they going to do it? We have a big challenge. Our current state, with respect to the current system, what we have, and the current threat, what we have. From there, we got to go to this achievers level, the desired state. We have a big gap. And we say the only way this gap can be filled is through life mastery skills. Life mastery skills is not just one more trending thing. This is eternal. This is always, it has been there. And here we don't say, it's not a third eye opening or a new dimension, this, that, nothing like that. It's a pure scientific way. Whatever science has been talking about, whatever success has been talking about till today, in any or whoever has spoken about science and everything has got to do with mind, and life mastery skills is also to do with mind. But it doesn't mean that getting into something very extraordinary mental framework and all these things. It's a very simplified form. There is no extraordinary thing here. It is only you are building, just like building your muscles, you are building your mind. That's it. Achieve success through life mastery skills. Why life mastery skills? Now my question is, how many times you have broken what you have decided to do? We come across so many times we decided, okay, I'm just putting a lot of weight. Let me get into a diet, or let me get into a gym. Your New Year resolutions. We know that. Quit smoking. All this. Why are we not able to stick on to it? What is lacking in the consistency? Why we are not able to do it? Everybody knows what is success. Today you get into the from Google you can write a big thesis on success. But when so much of information is there and everything people are aware of it, why is it they are not able to do it? We all know what to do for success. Why we don't do it? All parents want the kids to be the best and do everything possible for that. But what happens is kids turn into an irresponsible adults. Isn't it true? Which parents want their kids to turn out into a loafer or an unworthy person? Nobody. Will anybody groom the kids to become like that? How do they become? What happens? Why this happens? There is something beyond that. We as parents or teachers cannot be always guarding them. We have to shape them, we have to give them particular safety. I'll tell you what it is. Look at this: racism, terrorism, rape, gambling, addiction, nepotism, corruption, whatnot. This is the society what we are giving them to live. This is the place, and we have put them in this place, and we want them to be very, shining, beautiful flowers. Isn't it unfair on our part? Now, we are all products of our environment, our experiences. Based on these two things, all the events we find ourselves acting in a certain way. See, we pick up things from the environment where we have grown. All the things what we have seen, all the experience what we have seen, everything it gets registered in our mind. And whenever a new event comes, it's like a data. Immediately it's like a referral. We get back to that particular thing, what it is, and from there we take it and we react or respond from it. For every event, we have two options. One is you can respond to that event, or you can react to that event. Now see, these two as an equation we call it as, because event is not under our control. It can be anything. Even this pandemic is an event. Now how you respond or how you react to it will be your outcome. So our focus is the kids got to know whether to react or to respond for an event, and whatever it is, based on that the outcome is going to come. Now we are talking about it. Our mind has got two major things. We call it as the conscious mind, the subconscious mind. When you look into the conscious mind, it's all short term. Everything instant, whatever we do is all short term. But all the long term things, everything, it gets penetrated into the second category, which is called the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind does not have a direct access to external source of information. Our external source of information is the five senses: touch, eyes, ears, nose, all these things. So what we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we feel, what we hear, what are the expressions, emotions, situations, all these things, it gets fed into the superficial mind, which is the outer mind, the conscious mind. And from this conscious mind, it gets penetrated into the subconscious mind. So that's why something unpleasant happens out when you are a kid, it always tends to stay in your subconscious mind. Phobias, it develop like that. Now, let's look at this way. The subconscious mind directs your body into actions. So, your subconscious mind is like a fertile soil. Now, in this fertile soil, what happens is, you are planting. You can plant one good crop, you can plant one bad crop. Good is your positive, bad is your negative. In this, somebody gives you a land and gives you a corn and gives you some other poisonous thing and asks you to plant it. Whatever you plant, it will grow well. And you keep planting both. What will happen? You will have both the corn as well as the poison. Same way here, if you have the positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, at one point of a time where you will find that they both are equal. When they both are equal, negative has got a tendency to supersede the positive and it will go up. So, life mastery, what we do is we target on the subconscious level. Subconscious mind is what is our asset. And this is the time when we do it, not after the person grown up. Because after once a person is grown up, once they have become an adult, there is no point in trying to shape them up. So when they are a kid, when they are growing stages, they get into this, you give them a bulletproof. So once this is being done, what will happen is, whatever negatives you have so far, that negatives will also be removed, and it will be only fertile and only positivity will be there. And only positivity is be there. Every time there is an event, you will not react to the event, you will only respond to the event. So, and any negatives which is coming in, your subconscious mind will not take it directly, because you are creating a warriors within your subconscious mind. The moment some negativity comes through it, immediately they'll fire it. Somebody trying to pollute you, immediately your subconscious mind will tell you, hey, come on, this is not the person who we have to entertain, shoot him, throw him away. This is the secret of life mastery. Now, if you look into this, the logo of life mastery, you will see that it is a bamboo. There is nothing strong like a bamboo. But the bamboo, your life is a heart. Your bamboo, you are growing it, and it will not grow in a day or a two. You have to grow it slowly. You have to nurture it, and you have to build it, and you have to close your heart as a guard for it, as a fence for it. And when you do it, you have a beautiful life. This is what I have written in my book, The Garden of Life. You can protect your kids from the bullets of the world, disappointments, rejections, adolescence issues, abuses, alcohol, emotional imbalance, media influence, society, smoking, distraction, drugs, failures, unfairness. Is there anything else apart from this negative that you think there is something? If they are equipped to face all these bullets, tomorrow any new bullet, any new missile is going to come, they are equally competent to hit it. So, we have different levels out here. What are the different levels is the silver, gold, and the diamond. Silver is the basic one, which we call it as the student success blueprint. It's a 3 days program. The gold is the second level, which says it's a student success system. Now, earlier one was only a blueprint. This is a system. We teach you how to do it. In the blueprint, we don't teach you how to do it. We give you the features of it. It's a 3 months program. As I told you, any transformation does not take place in 1 day or a two. It requires a time. And this is a 3 days program. 3 months time. And you have the diamond, which is a student life mastery, which is a 12-month program, which is for 1 complete whole year. If a person can master this 24 principles of life mastery, he has mastered his life. You don't have to spend any money in any of the programs after this. This is the time you got to give them this, not after they have become the adults. They spend the money on themselves later. The latest trend is that investing on yourself, learning. People read a lot of books, a lot of coaches are there, everything. I coach a lot of people. Believe me, the kids are the treasure. Students are the treasure. It's the most valuable thing what we have for our world. If we have a good children, we have a good world. The world can become a beautiful place if all our kids get into this 24 principles of life mastery. You'll have a very peaceful place where people will enjoy others' success. There will be no jealous. Everybody will be successful. It is possible. It's ultimate. And you also have a personal guidance for this particular session. So with that, we come to the end of this. I once again, I thank you and appreciate you all for taking the efforts to join into this webinar. Any questions, please do put it.